April is Autism Acceptance Month, and this morning we're taking a closer look at something that impacts so many families across Connecticut.
Yeah, Fox 61's Keith McGilvery joining us in Studio 61 this morning. Good morning, Keith.
Being the start of a conversation here, so joining us this morning to answer some common autism questions, board-certified behavior analyst Ashley Peterson and occupational therapy supervisor Lauren Lucia with Sallyz Applied Behavior. Are we good to go, Tim?
Yeah, keep going.
We are good to go. Okay, Ashley, you're joining us, both of you. It is good to have you here. Autism is one of those things that we often hear a lot about, but I think if maybe you don't live with or love someone who has autism spectrum disorder, what is it?
So it is a broad spectrum characterized by challenges with social cues, verbal and communication, or repetitive behaviors.
And I think that term spectrum is really key because when we look at characteristics, they vary widely.
It is a broad spectrum.
And does that complicate things when you're trying to maybe educate the public or talk to families about what this all looks like?
It is, because it is different for each individual, and so it is very individualized based.
Lauren, talk about April and how important a month like this is to kind of sharing the message behind autism and the fact that there are resources out there.
Yeah, I think it's super important because there are lots of people who aren't necessarily sure if this is something that someone that they love or their child or whomever might be struggling with, and how to get them support in the best way possible. And so taking this month as an opportunity to kind of spread awareness, let people know the best ways to refer for services and things like that is super important. Just to kind of broaden everyone's awareness.
And speak to that, I was talking to a mom this morning who has a little boy who happens to have Down syndrome, which they knew, but the autism diagnosis was a lot more surprising for them, and it came after a good couple of years. What is available for a family at a place like Sallyz who might be looking for resources?
So at Sallyz, what we provide is center-based applied behavior analysis and occupational therapy services. We treat kids who have already been diagnosed with autism, and that typically comes from a developmental pediatrician or from the Birth to 3 system. And so once those children have that diagnosis, they then come to us and we treat them in a variety of ways.
And Ashley, I always like to leave people feeling empowered. For somebody who's watching and may not have a direct connection to autism, but may see behaviors in public or things that might catch them off guard, what's your best advice to anyone who's just at a restaurant, a supermarket, that sort of thing?
Just be kind and understanding, and just continue on with what you're doing. You know, you don't necessarily need to bring awareness or anything to it or approach them, but just have kindness and be accepting of it all.
Thank you so much. I think our 7 o'clock shout out this morning to Matthew said it best. Kindness is free, and it's always a safe bet. Ladies, thank you for starting this conversation with us this morning. It's great to have you.